There's just 2 days left for the 82nd annual Sanibel Shell Festival, Chris.
And this year, the people taking part say it is highly competitive. So we want to see what's going on. Catherine is there getting a close look. And when I say Catherine's getting a close look, you are getting a close look. What was the deal with that thing you just had on a few minutes ago?
Somebody actually made that, Chris and Lisa. That's just how fun this environment is here. People just come up with these awesome creations, whether they're fun and silly or kind of serious. Like if you take a look at this, this is completely made out of shells. This is part of the artistic division here at the Sanibel Shell Show, and they got first place. They did all of the judging on Wednesday night, and you can come check all of this out starting today from 9 to 5, even tomorrow from 9 to 4. Now, the artistic division is just one part of the Sanibel Shell Show. They also have a scientific division. So this is Joyce over here. We're going to introduce you to her. You are kind of helped put this whole thing together. So yes. Tell us, Joyce, about the scientific division.
So the scientific division is just basically a competition between single shells and groups of shells. In this first row, we see these are just single shells. From one piece of paper to the other, the strips of paper are one class. So between the strips of the paper, that's one class, and they're competing against each other. And one of the really interesting shells that won a blue ribbon is this Australian trumpet shell.
That's
now,
huge.
This grows to be this is not the largest in the world, but this grows to be the largest in the world, and it comes from Australia.
That's amazing. Imagine the critter that comes out of that shell. That's huge.
It is, and some of the shells are called micromollusks, and they are very small, and the people that exhibit them actually identify them with a microscope. So we go from huge to very small.
Very
it's
cool.
Lots of fun.
It is. And how does this whole division work? Like, how are people judged in this area?
It's the quality of the shell, the rarity of the shell can all factor into it. And where they come from, whether they're local. We have different divisions. Like there's one class, it's just you have to pick up the shell yourself, and you have to get it from Sanibel and Captiva. Then we have another class that can be Florida and Caribbean. It can be, you can pick it up yourself. We call that self-collected. Or it can be any source. That means you could have gotten it for a present, you could have bought it, you could have traded, or you could have picked it up yourself.
It's really cool to see all of the things that people can come up with, create, and all that stuff. And you can come check it out yourself. Just head to fox4now.com for more details. We'll toss it back to you, Chris and Lisa.